Yesterday, Israeli youth had its problems, had its struggles. To grow up, take its place, and make its future in a tiny land beset with giant burdens. Struggles in a youthful nation itself struggling to live. Today, the world has turned over. War, immediate shock and aftershock. Dizengoff Circle, the hub of Tel Aviv. Students from the city's high schools fill and stack sandbags against the danger of air or missile attack. Their studies halted, these students have, as have we, a new task, the responsibility for life. Adults have no time for them now. Their concerns are elsewhere. On a beach near Haifa, high school students shovel sand, sand meant for running feet and sea-wet bodies, into bags whose purpose is to protect human flesh. Givat, a kibbutz in northern Israel that was hit in the early hours of the morning by a deadly frog missile. One of the kibbutz kindergarten teachers tells the story.
The bomb fell at 3:30 at night on Monday night. We, all the children and all the people who live around here, slept at that time in the shelters. All these houses are the children houses. In this building the babies are living, and over there is the babies' places. And this place, this house is the kindergarten. This house is supposed to be the new building for our new coming babies. Because there were a woman who slept in that house and she didn't get hurt. We don't know how. I'm sure it was a thing of God.
More than 300 children slept in the 12 houses destroyed by the blast of the missile. At present, Givat's children sleep in the shelters every night until new housing can be built and until the future is more certain.
In the children's room, all the roofs fell down, and all the beds get dirty from everything that fell from the roof and from the halls. But it was just a miracle that nobody slept there that night. And just in the morning, in the first light of the morning, they let them to get out of the shelter to see what happened. And one girl asked, where is the Klila Choresh, which is a very beautiful tree near the kindergarten, and there's even not a sign from him now.
Kiryat Shmona is a town that has always been within the range of Syrian and terrorist guns from Lebanon. This is what shellings during the war did to the building and equipment of a vocational high school there. Gadot, a kibbutz not far from the Jordan River. Gadot's fields and houses received direct hits. Migdal HaEmek, a burgeoning development town in the hills around Nazareth. Its settlers, immigrants from North Africa and Eastern European countries. Some of the immigrants who recently arrived here from the Soviet Union didn't have much time to enjoy living in their new homes. Shells crashed into their buildings. 35 people were wounded. The town's youth pitched in, helping to move the displaced settlers' effects to temporary quarters. The explosions were of such force that windows and shutters in all of the surrounding buildings were ripped out. Shlomi, another development town. Its problems were always numerous and difficult. On top of them, suddenly, came war. Shlomi's children are a picture of the loneliness and isolation that accompany war. The necessity of remaining for long hours in the shelters has a profound effect on mothers and children alike. In the face of everything, immigration from the Soviet Union continued steadily during the war and goes on today. Alonei Yitzchak, a youth Aliyah village between Tel Aviv and Haifa. where newly arrived Russian Jewish youths are received as part of a special absorption program.
Yes, I have a sister in Russia. She now learned in university, and when they finish, want to come to Israel.
The youth of Israel, the children of Israel, they have always had our promise, and they have always had our help. Our help in building and supporting an entire spectrum of schools, kindergartens, high schools, vocational schools, including the vital network of Ort schools throughout the country. Junior colleges and universities, where the future of Israel is shaped in the most advanced and variegated areas. That was yesterday, a forgotten time. War. War with its immediate effects and after effects. Yesterday is a forgotten time. Today the world is turned over. It is up to us, all of us, the Jews of America and of the free world, to see to tomorrow, to make certain that this generation in Israel will have a new tomorrow. The young people who have seen and felt so much death, the infants who have slept for so long in shelters, the youthful newcomers who will arrive from the Soviet Union and elsewhere. It is our responsibility, in unity, in oneness of purpose and action, to set the world aright for them once again. The physical scars must be erased. The kindergartens and schools and living quarters must be rebuilt. The shattered classrooms and workshops and equipment must be replaced. The whole range of the educational system, of youth and educational services, must be expanded to fulfill the needs and expectations of Israel's treasured young people. The deep psychological wounds must be healed. Our concern is with young lives that must rise straight and tall into sun and sky. Our concern is with the unfolding future, a future that must be radiant for Israel's young people. A future in which the young can flourish and flower. Yesterday, a forgotten time. Today, the world is upside down. Today, the world is in pieces. We must put their world back together again. And tomorrow? Tomorrow is our concern and our challenge.